The Democratic field for president has lots of crazy characters in it, and it seems more and more are throwing their head in every day. But this Democratic candidate just called the entire country racist for one insane reason. The Democratic primary for president in 2020 is rapidly turning into one of the most radical political events in American history. Over 20 candidates have now accounted their intention to run, and each are trying to outdo one another to be the most left-wing candidate. And while some candidates are focusing on government control of the economy or healthcare, others are playing up identity politics in a desperate bid to get ahead of the competition and make themselves stand out in the party's left-wing base. Enter Massachusetts Congressman Seth Moulton. Moulton, one of the lesser-known candidates seeking the nomination, has made it clear that he's trying to run for president as the most left-leaning one out of the whole bunch, and is pitched to voters as being the champion of identity politics, trying to paint President Trump and his supporters as racists. That's not all, however. Moulton is also now arguing that the entire country, the same country he wants to serve as president of, is racist as well. The Daily Caller has the story. Democratic Massachusetts Rep. Seth Moulton claimed during a CNN town hall event Sunday night that Stacey Abrams would be governor of Georgia if America wasn't a racist country. The 2020 presidential candidate told the audience in Atlanta, Georgia, that the U.S. has a problem with racism, which prevented Abrams from winning a hotly contested gubernatorial contest in the Peach State last year. When addressing the results of last year's gubernatorial election in Georgia, Moulton argued without evidence that Georgia voted against Democratic nominee Stacey Abrams because she was black. "We have a problem with racism in America today," Moulton said. "If this country wasn't racist, Stacey Abrams would be governor." Abrams also ran the most left-wing campaign of any candidate running for governor in Georgia's history, which helped to alienate enough swing voters to cost her the election. But in Moulton's mind, she simply lost because the voters were racists. Moulton's comments echo those of Abrams and her allies. Abrams lost last year's gubernatorial election in Georgia to now Gov. Brian Kemp, a Republican who edged out Abrams by roughly 1.4%. Adds the Daily Caller. Abrams has repeatedly claimed, without evidence, that she lost the race due to voter suppression, and still refuses to concede the election. Despite her loss and refusal to concede, Abrams is considered a rising star in the Democratic Party. The former Georgia state lawmaker gave the Democrats' response to President Donald Trump's State of the Union speech earlier this year. Concludes the Daily Caller. Moulton's strategy of accusing the country of being racists while at the same time asking for their votes is an interesting one. Insulting the very people as a candidate that you hope to win over is usually not a winning strategy, which could help to explain why Moulton routinely polls at 0% in the Democratic primary. We will keep you up to date with any new developments in this ongoing story.